Hoppers, appa, appam, whatever you call them, the crispy bowl-shaped pancake made from rice flour, water, yeast and coconut milk is a Sri Lankan staple and has been for as far back as any of us can remember. Typically sold in the late evenings out of roadside stalls, hoppers have experienced a sort of gentrification in the past few years and can now be found at higher-end restaurants paired with less traditional accompaniments. But what did the original hopper look like, and where did it come from? The answer is complicated, but the earliest version of what we know as hoppers can be traced back to 3 communities in South India, specifically Kerala. The first rendition of the hopper, and maybe the most surprising, comes from the ancient Jewish community of Kerala, known as Cochin Jews or Malabar Jews. While there is documented evidence of the community that goes as far back as the 9th century AD, it is predicted that they arrived in India from Jerusalem around the 1st century. This Jewish community originated a type of hopper called kalappam, which was fermented with fresh toddy rather than yeast. Only a very small number of this community remain in India today, having migrated to Palestine in the 1940s. The second community to have made hoppers are also from Kerala. They are the St. Thomas Christians or Syrian Christians, whose roots can be traced to the arrival of Thomas the Apostle on the Kerala coast in 52 AD. These Christians traditionally ate a version of hoppers called Pesach Appam on Maundy Thursday, the day before Good Friday, to commemorate the Last Supper. Pesach Appam is made from a batter of rice flour, black gram, ground cumin seeds, grated coconut, garlic, and onions, and is not fermented. This batter is poured into round molds marked with a cross and steamed until firm. It is traditionally eaten dipped in Pesach pal, a mixture of molasses or jaggery, coconut milk, and rice flour. Lastly, appam can also be traced back to the Malayali Tamils of Kerala, and the first mention of the food in ancient literature is in Perum Panuru, a Tamil poem composed in the 2nd century. This version of hoppers, called Vella appam, is cooked on a flat griddle and has a spongy texture and flat shape. It is still popular in Kerala and other parts of South India today. A version of this is the pal appam, which is cooked in a small wok-shaped pan, brown and crispy along the edges and white and soft in the center, which is near identical to the version that is considered a Sri Lankan staple. In both savory and sweet forms, appa is now eaten in a number of Asian countries beyond India and Sri Lanka, such as Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Myanmar. And each country and community have their own unique take on the ever-versatile hopper, each one equally distinctive and delicious.